Hi, this is Luana winner, and before we get started on this painting, I'm going to use a little gloves in a bottle to protect my hands from the oil and products that we'll be using here in the studio. Just need a little pea-sized bit, rub it well in, and so let's go. Hi, this is Luana winner, and along with portraits, a lot of the things that I do are still lifes and landscapes. Oftentimes my students in workshops will ask me about the use of fruit in the paintings that they're preparing, and the problem with dealing with grapes and things that are multiple little pieces that should be looked at as one large piece. First of all, look at this beginning painting. What we have here are 5 major objects. We have the vase in silver, the bowl in silver, the oranges, and all of this unit becomes sort of one piece. And here is an indication of something that's going to become red grapes, and here an indication of green grapes. If I were going to start another one of those, just to show you how it began, it all began with one very large triangle divided into light with a bit of another color on top. Maybe even lighter than that. Let's go a little lighter than that. And that is going to become the grapes. Now how? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to allow the viewer's mind to make all of the grapes, but we will define just a few of them. By deciding where they're going to go, we would actually be looking at them. I'm a big proponent on drawing from what you're actually seeing. I would put in a little shadow area underneath the grape, sort of defining that elliptical shape. And the big thing about grapes is the translucency, and that's the real trick in getting a beautiful grape to look such as it's supposed to be. I'm going to use a hard pastel to blend, and the beauty of a grape has to do with the way the light shines into it and then bounces off the back side of it inside. So what we're going to do is put in a bit of light here. I'm going to blend that down just a little bit and add a little lighter, cooler color to it. And then I'm going to go to the opposite side and do a crescent, where that light would be bouncing on the inside. Now we're going to do one more thing. We're going to add even a brighter, shinier light right here on top of what we already have there. And why is that? Because the grape skin is very, very shiny and very hard surfaced, giving us a sharp edge. Let's put a little more of this in here. Blend it down a little bit more. And, excuse me, I have to grab a white. We're going to put a little bit of white on top. And you see how that becomes a beautiful grape. We end up having this large shape, and we pick a few things out to become the grapes. And as we develop them, we don't have to develop the entire mass, but just a few to make it beautiful. Thanks so much. Join us again for another free art lesson.